And I want to start with, this is now an antipasto that I think is really very nice. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. And you want to start with some mushrooms. And here we have stuffing mushrooms. So you want large size mushrooms. And you want to take the cap out, you see, like that. Because you want to be able to fill the cavity, obviously, with your stuffing. So get the caps out, and then you're going to chop those up. So I'm just going to set those aside. And here are the rest of my mushrooms that I'm going to chop up. Now these are button mushrooms. Of course, in Italy you'd be getting various other types of mushrooms. But these are just generic button mushrooms that you find in the grocery store. But to gussy them up a little bit, I'm going to add a little later on some porcini. And this is what porcini look like when they're dried. So they need to be soaked, and they have a very, very woodsy flavor. So here they are, soaking. You see in some liquid, and you need to into water, and you really want to let those soak for about 30 minutes or until they're soft. Then you can drain them. So now you want to start by putting some olive oil in a frying pan. So here's another frying pan, and I want to get that started now. And I want, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So now this recipe is for 8, to serve 8 people. So you'll want 16 large button-size mushrooms or stuffing mushrooms, because obviously everyone is going to eat 2 apiece. And they're going right in here. In they go, just like that. And now we want garlic with that. So in goes about a teaspoon of garlic, and I lost a little piece, so I'm going to throw that back in. And then all you want to do is start stirring that around. Let that cook down a little bit, because you know mushrooms have an awful lot of liquid, so we want to get some of that out. So cook that down. Now while that's cooking, I'm going to drain the porcini right through a strainer, you see, just like that. Now this liquid can be saved. You can save that. I'll press on that a little bit with my hands because I want that liquid. You can use that in soups, in stews. You can put it in sauces that you're making. Don't throw it away. Chop up the porcini. These are going to go in next, and they don't need to be cooked very long, so they get chopped up just like so. And I wish you could smell these. They have a wonderful smell to them. And now with the porcini, then we're going to add a little bit of anchovy. And I've got about 3 anchovies that are just mashed up. You know, I have a friend who loves anchovies, Donatella. She buys them by the caseload. And I always make this recipe for her because she loves it. So now that's in. I'm going to put in the porcini, and they go in just like that. I want that to cook down, maybe just a few seconds more. I don't want this to be too raw. But I wish you could smell this, because I think this is a great combination. And another way to have this is to add a little bit of prosciutto with it. That's Italian ham. All right, so now I'm going to take that off. In goes the mushroom and anchovy mixture. And that's going to get mixed up, you see. And this is where you can add that porcini liquid if you have to. So now when you have it mixed up, and I'm going to use my hands because that's the Italian way, then you can stuff. And here are our mushrooms, and I'll do 1 or 2 for you. And you just want to get some of that in, you see? Just like that. Put it in. See how easy that is? Try to be neat. And let me do 1 more. And then have ready a cookie sheet with aluminum foil over the top. You see? I'm going to put those 2 right on. And then I'm going to give this another drizzle of olive oil right over the top. You want to close up this whole thing. Close it up really well, just like this, on all sides. And your oven's on at 350 degrees. And these go into a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Then you want to uncover the foil and let them cook for about 5 minutes longer.